But before we get into that, make sure y'all subscribe to the Purple Underground right here. Subscribe, turn on y'all post notifications, ding, and y'all gonna get all the latest bangers we got. Peace.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Purple Underground YouTube channel. My name is Micah, aka CMS, aka The One, and I got with me my two partner in crimes.
Yo, this is P Ross, aka King P, hashtag Raccoon Hunter.
This is Lenny B, aka L Book. And together we are the Purple Underground.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now today's video is gonna be special because we got a special guest, and it's one of them things where sometimes we got to take time out to show love and appreciation for those who who've done the work. You know what I'm saying, behind the scenes that don't really get to shine. So today's special guest is somebody who's done some work for some of all the Purple people, Purple families, some of your favorite album covers, like the self-titled album Prince, Dirty Mind, Controversy, and he's done some amazing photos for the insert of one of the greatest albums of all time.
Wait, stop. The greatest Prince album of all time, 1999. You may continue, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you don't know, you will know. And so we're going to put some respect on his name. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Allen Beaulieu. Excuse me if I'm chopping up your name.
That's all right. Everybody does. It's Allen Beaulieu.
Beaulieu. Okay. So I apologize. Yes.
That's okay. That's okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, great to see you guys, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Thank you.
I'm really happy to be here. And Perry Ross, you're the man. Love you, man. And hey, love those Prince posters behind you, man.
Oh yeah,
man.
Well, I wanted to make sure I rolled out the red. Well, no, I shouldn't say red carpet, the purple carpet for you, man.
Yeah.
So
yes, and I love the T-shirt. I wish I had one.
Thank you. I love yours. I love yours too.
All right, my man.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it, fellas.
Yeah, you want to talk? Yeah. Answer any question you wish.
All right, let's talk book. Why don't we get the people the release date of the book? I know it's coming soon, very soon.
Yeah, it's dropping on the 15th. I heard.
Yeah.
It's been printed. I got a copy myself, and it's unbelievable. They did a great job with the book, printing wise, and even the cover has the first photo I ever took of Prince was him with the star background, with the we had the suspenders and red shorts and the stars behind him, and they actually made the stars twinkle in the on the cover. So I'm very grateful for Minnesota Historical Society for doing it. And the reason I went to the Minnesota Historical Society is because I had offers from New York, I had offers everywhere, of course, and but I know Prince loved Minneapolis, and so I wanted to go to the only publisher in Minneapolis because I know that's what he would have done. So cool, man.
Nice.
Right on.
So
cool. Well, just to let you know, I pre-ordered my copy this past weekend, so I got mine off of Amazon for a pretty reasonable price. So I'm ready. I'm ready, man.
I mean, for all the work and the time that went into it, should cost $100, but you know, we're cool. So you know, we want everybody to see this book.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And make it affordable to everybody. Personally, I would just give books away because I love this man so much. You know, he's my guy.
Oh yeah.
I loved him so much, and I don't know why he picked me, but he did. But I'm glad he did. I am so humbled that he did.
So
And
Yes, sir.
these are the classic photos I think that everybody wanted to see, and now they can.
Right on.
Nice. Yeah.
So if you had to pick an era where you were taking pictures for him, which would be your favorite era from the time that you were with him?
1999 tour was the best tour I'd ever been on. That was unbelievable. I mean, those songs, that tour, the band never played better. The music wasn't better. I mean, Little Red Corvette, 1999. I mean, can you beat it? Outside of songs from Purple Rain. And then, you know, being on tour with him was an honor. It was very much an honor. I'm very humbled by even all of that. He's one of the greatest people that have influenced my life and influenced me after. Even after I didn't work for him anymore, he influenced my life.
Nice.
He always agreed with me.
Nice.
You know, when we went on tour, I was in the room right next to him, and especially on the 1999 tour, I was in the room next to him, and then it was his room, and then Big Chick, his security guard. I don't know if you guys know Big Chick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, Big Chick. So there'd only be three people on that whole floor, and there'd be like girls that knew where we were at. I could never find out where we were at. But, I don't know if it was radio or what, but some girls would get inside information, and they'd knock on my door, and I'd go, "Well, you're close." I wouldn't say he was next door. That'd be unfair. But
Right.
yeah, but you know, he was. You know, he was good to. He was right next to me. He wanted me close to him, and it was really cool, really cool. And you know, and I think I had opportunities that nobody else had. After me or even before me, I don't think photographers actually got as close as I did. I mean, I was in the inner circle with the band and with Lisa Coleman, with Des Dickerson, Bobby Z, I love very much. Matt Trink, love him too. And, you know, Brown Mark or Andre Simone, you know, love them all. Love those guys a ton. They were fun to be on. They were fun to be on the road with. You know, I mean, the time. Although I don't know if I just say it. I won't say what the time. That was a different experience. So I'm not going to say anything.
All right.
It's
Fair
better that.
So, Allen,
Mm-hmm.
what would you say was the biggest thing that you learned from Prince from being around him?
I think his creativity kind of hits on you and then goes deep in your soul, you know. His music was everything. The last thing he wanted to do was do photographs. I mean, when we were doing album covers like Dirty Mind or 1999 or even my first album cover, you know, so the actual photo shoots that we did was the last thing on his mind. I mean, his music was all to him, and it was everything to him. And that's the most inspiring thing you can think of. I mean, when a man loves his art that much, and I tried to come up to that level, and I think I succeeded sometimes. Not all the time. We're not all perfect, you know.
Right.
I tried very hard to come up to that level, but yeah, you asked about inspiration. I'll say he inspired me also. You know, up my game.
Cool. Nice, nice.
Well, I can honestly say from what has been shown from the book so far, the photos are incredible. They are
They are.
incredible.
I mean, there's probably hundreds of photos you guys have never seen before. From the
Wow.
Rolling Stone concert, I know they leaked that photo. I mean, have you guys seen the cigarette photo that
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
saw?
Yeah.
You know, I want to make that straight. Here's what happened. I was testing film on my 4x5 because I was shooting for another client later in the week,
Hmm.
and I was doing products and it doesn't matter who the client was. It was a 4x5. I was just testing film, and Prince came in to look at a photo shoot we did like the night before, and he's in my studio, and I'm setting up, the color checker, and I'm trying to test my film to make sure it's because back then it wasn't digital. We used film, and so I, had my 4x5 set up. I had my Macbeth color checker, and Prince said to me, he goes, "Hey, you need a model?" And I said, "Sure." That's the best way to actually, test out film is if you can get flesh tone and get every color in the book. And I took a Polaroid and I actually cut it out and put it on his shirt. And I was smoking a cigarette. He goes, "Give me your cigarette." And I go, "Okay." No, the guy never smoked a day in his life. I mean, he lived a really clean lifestyle, and just to clear it up, we were just having fun. But that shows how close we were.
Right.
The friendship and I guess the love he had for me, and it was just us being fun together. You know what I mean? It was because it was before it was before Purple Rain.
Right.
I mean, he wasn't a big star back then. I mean, not like he was later after Purple Rain. He was unbelievable, and I was always proud of him. He would call me on tour. On the Purple Rain tour, he called me twice, and all I say to him is, "I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you." But he felt like he was getting kind of, with the security and everything else, he was getting a little nervous, and as I am with the book coming out, I'm happy, but at the same time I'm scared. You're scared of success. We all are. I mean, if you get successful enough, like that, we all kind of feel that way. Happy because it's happening, but scared at the same time. And he was human too. And he would call me, and I go, "Man, I'm always proud of you, man. No matter what you do, I'm always proud." I made sure to say that to him. And time his death, I was just really disappointed to find out that he was alone in an elevator. That just sucked. And I'm sorry,
Right.
but to me that sucked. That no one was there.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I think we all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then
Definitely.
and knowing him as long as I did, for it to be an overdose of drugs just seems weird. Just because he just didn't do any when I knew him and didn't smoke, took care of himself. I mean, did he change looks for the last 5 years of his life? I mean, he looked exactly the same to me. How many people can say that? Did you look the same 5 years ago as you do now? I know I don't. I'm 66 years old now, and I'm glad I'm getting the chance to finally show these photos.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what's up.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you. We really do.
All right. Yeah, I'm with you. So thanks for having me on your show. But if you want to ask any other questions, just go ahead.
What you got, Mike?
Let me see. I have a few questions, but I'll throw this one out at you. You said you was on the tour with him during the Dirty Mind tour, controversy tour, and 1999 tour. I was curious, were you there to see a lot of the infamous food fights from the controversy tour?
Yeah, I wish they would have told me it was happening. You know, I'm photographing Prince and photographing him backstage, and this happened in Cincinnati, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And and I guess everybody knew about it but me. So the and all I could see was there was a lot of whipped cream going around. I mean, rain everywhere. And they locked Jesse. And do you guys know about Jesse Johnson? Guitar player from the time.
Oh yeah.
Well, handcuffed him to a heater thing or a pipe that was like way above him. And he was so mad. I've never seen anybody so mad in my life. And then finally they got me. I have my camera and I'm photographing it. And all of a sudden Bobby Z comes up to me and just squirts me all over my face. I can't even see anymore.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was wild and crazy. I mean, it was. I wish somebody would have told me it was happening. But somebody told me. I just kind of walked into it.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Just another question. Let's see. What was it like? The photo sessions shooting Vanity 6, and how was Vanity, Miss Denise Matthews,
Okay, this is how that whole thing happened. Denise Matthews kind of climbed onto me during the Dirty Mind tour, and I had passes to give out to girls. You know, I mean, that's what bands do. You know, they're all red-blooded American boys. So, you know, but she would always find me and just grab me by the arm, and then I'd give her a pass to go backstage. And so Denise and I would hang out a lot. And then I think after about the fourth or fifth time of doing that, she goes, well, can you introduce me to Prince? And I go, well, I don't really do that. That's not my deal. And then finally I said, okay, let's go back and meet on the bus. And so we went back, and it was love at first sight, man. After that, she wasn't talking to me anymore.
Oh, wow.
It was, he loved her very much.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember what year that was?
Yeah, it was like 81.
Okay.
1981.
Okay.
And Maddie was beautiful.
Yes, she was.
And she had the thing, I think, that Marilyn Monroe had, the animal and thing. You know, because I would take models of the day, because I was shooting mostly fashion back then, and take them out to lunch. And my studio was like a block away from the famous First Avenue, where he shot his movie Purple Rain. And so we'd walk down to the section and Vanity 6, and then I'd take them out to lunch, and Vanity would get every catcall in the world. I mean, she was not safe anywhere. I mean, she was that beautiful, and he's never turned it off. It wasn't like, you know, I think Marilyn Monroe herself says, you know, she could turn it on or off. You know, people wouldn't recognize, but she always had it on. She was an on girl, and she had a lot of animals, and I loved her. I really did love Denise Smith.
Yeah.
And rest in peace. You know, and it's weird that, and it made me cry to look back when I was doing this book, because Vanity's in the book. And when I looked at Vanity's picture and Prince's picture and them kissing, I lost it. I mean, I cried like a baby. I lost. Because I just remember their love for each other, and oh shit, I'm like ready to cry right now. I love both those people. They were both people in my life, and I love them both dearly. And yikes! Sorry to do this to you on air.
Oh no, you're cool.
Nah, you good.
Yeah, you're good, man. Yeah.
It's
Thanks for sharing that. We appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah, it's emotional.
Yeah.
You know, when he passed away, I cried like a baby for like 2 weeks. You know, I did that too. Oh, maybe I'm over emotional. I don't know. If that's my trade, then so be it. You know, when everybody was celebrating him and at First Avenue, and there's thousands of people, the news people were reporting about it, and I'm going, you know, I wish I could be there, but you know, he was such a friend of mine. I couldn't celebrate it because it hurt me. You know, this is a man who inspired me and somehow loved me. I mean, otherwise he wouldn't have taken me on 3 tours. You know, he wouldn't have let me photograph him so personally. I mean, because most of the time it's just me and him in the studio. I never had an assistant. So it was just me and him. And that's a fact. And, you know, makeup artist for him, he get his hair done beforehand. You know, I mean, I never saw a hair person. It was just me and him. And it's made it very, intimate. And I think that's the part I love, is that we were so. I mean, at first we were client. I was a photographer, and he was a client. And in fact, the first photo shoot I did, I talked about before, was on the cover with the star photo, and him and his red shorts. You know, it kind of lost my train of thought there. I'm sorry, but it was just the first photo, and for it being on the cover is like really cool. But you know, this is how patient he was with me. Is that I was just starting out as a freelance photographer, and you know, I had very small means. I mean, I had great equipment as I could, but when he found me, and I can tell you how he found me. Bernadette Peters hired me. She worked at the YWCA in Minneapolis, which doesn't exist anymore. I think there's only one YMCA's left. And she hired me to do a poster called Cities of Blackness, which you'll see in the book. And I get to do exactly what, you know, the title says. Shades of Blackness, Fashion Extravaganza. So I had a beautiful female model, I had a beautiful male model, dressed them in black, both in black, on a black background. So it was virtually Shades of Black. Bernadette Peters got that home, and she's the mother of Andre Simone, and Prince ran away from home, just started living with Bernice Anderson and Andre Simone. And he said, "Who shot that photo?" And he called me right away. And he goes, "I want to book you for 3 days tomorrow. What do you cost?" And I go, "How about $150 an hour?" And I was just spitballing. I mean, just starting out, and I knew who he was, but because my brother and I went to a discotheque in St. Louis Park, Minnesota, and Soft and Wet came on it, and my brother said, that guy's from here, you should photograph him. What are the odds
Mm.
that would actually come to fruition? I mean, I go, wow, I wouldn't know how to get in touch with him, I mean, so I did that poster, and he got in touch with me, and the rest is history, as they say. So, yeah. Anything else? I'm open for everything.
Yeah, my friend, this is a practical joke. So I wanted to know, what is your most memorable practical joke Prince either played on you or someone else that you knew about?
I think the practical jokes came after me because he was very serious with me because he was so into his music at the time. He wasn't being, that kind of, poking in the arm kind of guy. He was very serious about his music, very serious about what I was doing and what the image we were projecting, and we created that image together. Like the first album cover, he says, "I want to be shot on a bed. It's going to be called Dirty Mind." And I said, Prince, I'd love to do that album cover, but shoot a black man on a bed, I don't know. Okay, let me think about it. So I had to get it in my head. And then I went down to this, salvage store and found a bed spring that made a design that didn't have a mattress on it. And I went, this will be cool to be like, a design pattern, be like, he's on a bed. Well, he's standing he's standing on a bed, so I think he went in with it. It's like the shirt you have. And he loved it. And, of course, the back cover, I did shoot him on the bed. So I did shoot a black man on the bed. And I don't mean that to be anything else but what it was. I mean, I was kind of scared of it. I mean, it was all right. And when we shot the back cover, he actually spray painted all the, the titles and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And that was at his girlfriend at the time was Kim, and
Kim Upshur. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kim Upshur. Mm-hmm. And she got evicted from the apartment after, because it's really hard to get spray paint off the wall. So she got evicted, but Prince paid for it. It's all good.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I know where that apartment is in Minneapolis. I just don't know if it's still there or not. But that's to his creativity. I went to the College of Art and Design, and I couldn't have done a better job than what you see in the album cover. And even the one that you showed earlier, there is the inside cover of Dirty Mind, where he spray painted all the names of the band. Yeah, he did that before the band even got there, like a half hour before. So yeah, that was and he was an artist, and I'm just happy that I was there to work with him, and pull out some great stuff. But he inspired me too, But I think I inspired him back, so that's what made us a good team.
Oh yeah,
because at the celebration this year, I met Nancy Bunt, who I love. She told me that she didn't want to do the 1984 tour. I said, did you ever talk to him? Or she said, no. They weren't friends. They weren't like, I think what we had is so special. Very unusual. It doesn't happen to everybody. So that was the cool part. The cool part is that I got to know him, and at one point he lost his license. I know this isn't in the book. He lost his license, and he had this Triumph Spitfire, and I had this large van because I would store all my equipment in it because I had to go on location or something. So I had to follow him to his house in Tanahasset, the Purple House, the first time, just to know where it was. and he'd be on the side of the road during rush hour,
Oh
speeding,
wow.
going 60 miles an hour on the side of the road, and people are honking at us, and I'm going, I'm going to get pulled over and get a ticket here, and I'm never going to find out where he lives. But I did find out. Fortunately, we made that trip good. We made it. I got to see where he lived, and then from then on, I was there 150 times at least. And yeah, then he did lose his license. So he'd call me up at 9 o'clock at night and say, "Hey, let's go to First Avenue." And I go, "Okay." So I'd have to go back to the people house, pick him up, and then go to First Avenue, hang out, have a couple drinks, have fun. And I guess that's when we committed our friendship. How would you like to think of yourself and you have the biggest superstar in the world right next to you in your car? That would never happen today.
Wow.
You know, that would never happen. That was a lot of secret. So, yeah, I had the biggest guy in the world right next to me. So that was one thing. And then we went on tour with her, and I think this was during the Dirty Mind tour, and we were in Nashville. And I learned a long time ago not to be the first off the bus because all these fans would like gather at his hotel. Like I said before, I don't know how they knew where he was at, but somehow they find out either by DJs or record company execs. I don't know. But I learned at first, because I'd be like way in the front and Prince would be in the back. And then, so the first time I was on tour with him, I got out the bus first, and the fans would just think I was Prince or something. And they would like, I go, no, I'm a star for it, and I'd be swelled by this whole fan thing. So then I learned to stay on the bus, let the band go, the Revolution and Prince go, and then I'd be the last guy to get in the hotel room. And then, we were in the last time, and I was going up to my room, and there's this 12-year-old, 10 to 12-year-old girl, really the cutest little black girl I ever saw in my life, and she's crying. And I go, "What are you crying about?" She goes, "I've been waiting here since 6 in the morning to meet Prince." And I go, "Oh, okay, stay here. I'll go get him for you." So, stay right here. So I go up in the elevator, and I get Prince. We go down the elevator door opens, and the worst thing happened is that the girl came in and hugged me. Not Prince. And Prince said to me, "Don't do that again." And I go, "I won't."
Wow.
And so, yeah, from then on out, I mean, he did me this one favor, and I go, "Yeah, this girl's been here all day, and she wants to just see your face." And it didn't work out right, but how was I to know?
Wow.
I can see the look on his face now, man.
Oh yeah, I know. You know the look he gave me, rolling his eyes. Like, oh shit, I know I'm in trouble.
Wow, man.
So,
Allen,
I love the guy. I really love the guy.
Yeah.
will you be at the PRN alumni event this week? The Funky
Yes.
Road?
Yes. In Minneapolis this weekend, Jackie Thompson just called me 2 hours before this and said, "Hey, mention it. The PR alumni are having a big fundraiser this weekend. I'm going to sign a book. They're going to give that away to silent auction. And also I'm going to sign some posters. And happy to do it. I never charge for my autograph. I want to say that because there are some people in the Prince camp that think that their signature's all that and all this. Not to me. I'm grateful for every fan, everybody that remembers me. I'm grateful.
Cause you signed the fold out for us. You remember that at First Avenue? You signed the fold out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So.
If you guys all want posters, you just PM me and.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, cool.
I won't pay for postage. You gotta pay me for that. My autograph is free.
Okay.
And then, you gotta pay for the tube, and I'll sign it and send it to everybody. I mean, if this is your radio people, I might get more requests than I ever want. I'll do my best to keep up.
Right.
So no, I don't charge for my autograph. I'm flattered.
You being a photographer.
Yeah, maybe we'll share a beer or something.
Okay.
We'll get a beer or something.
You bet. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to meet you when we were just in Minneapolis at the NPG. I had seen you. You was sitting with some lady. I was running around trying to get my poster signed real quick by the NPG, and then I think when I was going back to try to meet you, and then you were gone somewhere.
NPG was like after me, so I don't even know who was in the band.
Okay, right.
I mean, I know all the Revolution personally. I mean, I love those guys. But I was hoping that the tour manager, Joe Willis, would come early enough. That's why I was sitting at that table. Because I was supposed to be the VIP thing. And I wanted Joe Willis to introduce me to the band. Then they'd know me, and then, Tommy Barbarella, I don't know him. Michael Hayes, I mean, I'm friends with him on Facebook, but do I know him personally? No. So all these people I wanted to meet, and I think it was just busy that night because they were doing the broadcast, as you know. And First Avenue had a lot of things going on, and I think there was just too much stuff for Jill to do. Then introduce me to the band. So I did my best, but that happens.
Yeah.
But I was with my girl Janice, who I never go anywhere without. I love her to death. I always will.
That's what's up.
Shout out to her. She's the best. And I love my mom. I'm a lucky man.
Oh yeah. That's good.
That is good. So you got to. Hey, so there you go. That's lovely. Good.
Yeah.
So,
P-Ross, you wanted to say something?
Yeah. So, you being a photographer, it seemed like back then there was a whole lot of creativity in what you was doing. What's the real difference between then and now, and what do you enjoy more?
Well, here's the difference. Even professional photographers now use digital all the time. But back in my day, we used film. And to get a roll of film process cost money. To buy that roll of film costs money. To put it in your camera pretty much costs you money. So you had to really respect what you were doing. I mean, you just didn't put a roll in just for fun. I mean, with digital, it's just too quick. It's too, and I'm not putting down any digital photographers. Not at all. I just think there's less creativity with digital because it's instant gratification. You can see what you shot right away. And so therefore, there's not a lot of creativity. It seems like that's gone out of the photography business for me, and I'll probably get slapped across the head by people that use digital, but I think using real film actually made a big difference.
For sure. You can tell in the photos because it seems like y'all just had a whole lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because then it was real work. I mean, you had to know what an f-stop was. You had to know what your strobes were doing. You had to know what shutter speed you use. I mean, and you couldn't use just one camera. I did 35. I did 4x5. I did 2 1/4. 8x10. If you've never seen an 8x10 transparency, it's unbelievably sharp, but it's just hard to set up and hard to light. And, you know, digital photographers right now, they just use an iPhone. Like what Kim Kardashian did with an iPhone back then. But then recently I was told that he's holding an iPhone and it looks like she's taking the picture, but that's not true. Somebody else is taking the picture. So that's kind of weird. I never knew that. So I think the difference is film, you respect it a lot more. It's kind of like if you have to pay so much money for something, you're not going to just throw it to the ground and disrespect it. You know, it's something you respect. And I think that's what I had, I guess, and that's why when album covers went to the CD format, I didn't see any album art that I loved. Did you guys? I kind of like Diamonds and Pearls.
Yeah, the hologram.
Yeah.
The hologram.
Yeah, that was a really good one. I like that one.
Yeah, that was good because it was like 3D or something.
Yeah, the hologram.
But then
the
they had trickery to do it, you know, where when we were shooting, you got to like look at the album and feel it and look at this big picture. And it was a 12-inch record, and that was the advantage that I think I have over people now, is that now everything's a CD. And, you know, Taylor Swift was just on the American Music Awards, and she won everything, of course, because she's Taylor Swift. But, you know, she stole my idea on Reputation. Those are newspapers. We thought of that first. Al Beaulieu and Prince.
Right on.
He stole that one. So I should talk to her, but I don't know how to get a hold of her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But, you know, you got to say, you know, where'd you get that idea?
Yeah.
We all know where she got that from.
Right.
So, cool.
Yeah, that was a great album cover, too. That was my first Prince album, the
Was
Controversy. It? Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
I was 4 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another story, but yeah, 4 years old.
Yeah. You know, I want to give props to Steve Park, who worked after me. You know, I met him at Celebration this year, and he's a great guy. He's very creative, but he's a digital guy.
Really nice guy.
Really nice guy. And he's a digital guy. So we're different. I mean, I was film, he was digital. I loved his work, you know. So there's a guy who does digital and is really creative about it. And so I can give props to one guy, I give props to Steve Park. He's a great guy, a great photographer, and I'd never say anything bad about that man. He's a beautiful man.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we were actually there when you and him did the panel at the Celebration. So
cool.
we enjoyed it.
Right.
All right.
And,
I mean, I think we respected each other, and no bad words were shared between either of us, and that's because we had respect for each other. You know, he respected the work I did, I respected the work he did, and you know, and then we both love Prince. And what more can you say? You got a brothership right there. He's a brother from another mother to me.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all got anything else, fellas?
That's about it.
I have like two more questions, if that's cool.
Sure.
Go.
Okay. What was your favorite photo session with Prince, and what was the most difficult photo session with him?
Well, there was never a difficult photo session with Prince.
Okay.
You know, he loved my work, and although there is one that he didn't like, the night and day photo, where he was, I built a set where the one window was night and the other was day. And he looked at that and he said, I know what you're doing, you know. He goes, you know, because he was a Gemini. Like, one day, he'd be my best friend in the world and on tour. And the next day, he wouldn't even look at me. And it was like, oh, that's weird. But he's a true Gemini. And so I set that set up, and he goes, okay, Al, I'll let you shoot one roll of film. That's the only time that ever happened to me. So that was the most difficult. And I think the funnest one I had was with the 1999 with all the neon and the lighting, and I built that set and got the bed, got the purple sheets, and then I didn't know anything about neon. So I had to learn that every transformer and every neon piece had to be, you know, transformed. And I only had so many outlets in my studio, so I was hoping that the studio could take it, and it did. So I was lucky there. If I would have my first studio when I shot them, I don't think that could have handled all that power. But this place did, and I'm grateful for that. I'm knocking on wood here. So, no, that was the funnest. And I got to see Prince naked, but I won't talk about that. I know people at the celebration always wanted to know. Going, I'm not going to talk about that.
It seems like Prince definitely wasn't bothered with being naked. That's for sure.
Yeah. No, he never had a problem with that. You know, maybe it's his trademark. I don't know, but or sexuality, or you know, I don't know. But you know, his sexuality was up to him, not up to me. And but I respect that to this day. To the LGBTQ community, you know, all love, go out, you know, love who you want. You know, I don't think anybody has control over that. That's just the way I feel. I don't know if that's true, but it's the way I feel, and you know, love who you want.
Well, back in the day, it kind of made me squeamish.
Right.
You know, since I was a Prince fan.
Right.
And it took me a while to kind of really embrace it, to where it's just Prince like saying, I don't give a damn what you think. I'm just going to. And he's a perfect example of somebody, you know, the new phrase that is like, do you? You know, so I say I'm doing me or you do you. He did him his whole life. In this, you know, and that's why I got, you know, I respect him for that. Because a lot of people worry about what other people think, and they try to tailor their look or their image to something else that really isn't them. And it just seems that Prince is just Prince. You know, from day one, naked riding on a horse.
Well, you know, I mean, you do, you know, and in this day and age, how can you not? You know, I mean, it's but look where that was. That was back in '79 and '80 when he was doing that. It's not 2018 like we're talking today. You know, he was doing that back then. And listen, traveling through the South with a black band, that was hard too. I mean, we had a rolling thing on our bus, and when we were up north, it said blood, sweat, and tears. I would change it to blood, sweat, and tears. And then when we were down south, I changed it to Cheap's Trick. Everybody would like look up in our bus and think we're Cheap Trick. That was funny.
Wow.
Funny, you know, because we have people come right up next to us and, you know, wave and stuff and think we're Cheap Trick. You know, oh man, people will believe in it. But yeah, it's fun.
That's funny. So what is your favorite image of him that you actually took?
I think my favorite image, and also my girl, Jan's, is what came out on piano and a microphone. The mirror with the lights. Yeah, that one. That's my favorite photograph. believe it or not. Yes. And then the other one I liked was I got him on a pinball machine, and I think we were in New Jersey at the Capitol Theater. Downstairs they had a pinball table, and he's putting his hand to his cheek like this. And see, that's something Prince would normally not do, right? You know, being that cheeky, fun. So I love that photo because it's not him. Kind of like the cigarette photo. It's just a fun photo between me and him. You know what I mean? So, and there wasn't any. I wish I could have taken pictures on the bus, but on every tour he just said no pictures on the bus. But there's so many good memories of it, in the bus. I remember I was on the Controversy tour, 1989 tour, and I was back in his part of the bus, which was the back, where he had the big bed and everything. And he's like playing piano, and he goes, "Hey, Al, I want you to hear this song." And so I put on the headphones, and I think it was a CD played for me that way back then. And "I Will Die for You" was the song. But it was really different. It was really slow. It was kind of like soft and wet. It was like really slowed down. And I loved it. And then when the Purple Rain album came out and I heard it, I went, wow, that's way different, but it's not great. I understand why he sped it up. But when he first created it in his head, it was more like "You Me Baby." And that's what I heard. But,
oh, wow.
Yeah, so when the album came out, it was way different.
Yeah. Did he do that often, for you? Like play him something new that he just created, or?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
He bounced things off me. Like I told him once, and we're opening. I want to say it was Controversy for, and he was opening with something else, and I can't remember what he was opening with. And I said, "How about Do It All Night?" And the next night he opened up with "Do It All Night." And I asked him, I said, "No, you should release that as a single, because I love that song." And he goes, "No, that was just a throwaway song. I mean, I wrote down the words in 2 seconds, and I wrote the song in 3 seconds. That's just a throwaway song." I go, "God, if that's a throwaway song."
Wow.
I can imagine where this was going. I mean, he was.
He
That was a great song.
might have thought it was a throwaway, but it was the jam to me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know. All right. I mean, that got people breakfast. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the songs did. So
Oh yeah.
No, he's a central guy, and no, I love him to death. Still to this day, I love him.
That's what's
Oh,
up.
yeah.
So thanks for being on your program. If you guys have any other questions, I'll take them. Otherwise, I'm good.
That's
I'm
about
good,
it.
man. I'm good.
Okay.
Well, we appreciate you.
And all love to you. And all right. All right. Take care, guys.
All right, Allen. We appreciate you, man.
All right. Appreciate you guys. So, anytime, any place. I'm there for you.
All right.
So
Cool. Thank you.
Don't forget about me. All right. You guys have a good night, and I'm off to get another beer.
All right.
All right. All right,
You want to
man.
hit that one out.
All right. You take care, man. God bless.
Take care.
All right. Thank you.
See you later.
All right.
Bye.